Perhaps you'd care to try the malt. It's an excellent blend, especially prepared for the discerning drinker.
I do apologise, sir. Only I came over faint in the street and I... Lofty booth.
What? Good Lord! It's Softly Simpson. What are you doing here?
Well, I was in the neighbourhood, purveying a few modest pictures from door to door.
Door to door? I can't believe it. A man of your calibre on the knocker? You poor devil. I didn't realise you'd sang so low.
I'm afraid so, Lofty.
But you're a first-class forger, Softly.
I was, but there's no money in it these days. Hardly worth the paper it's printed on.
Oh, yes, I seem to remember you had trouble with the paper. Didn't the fivers come apart in the rain?
Well, they wouldn't stand the rough handling. That's why I decided to go straight.
Listen, if you decided to go straight, why didn't you use the front door?
Well, not that straight. Any idea who lives here?
Yes, I do.
Oh.
No, wait a minute. You didn't think I was robbing the place, did you?
Well, a thought had crossed my mind. You did say the malt, did you? Well, I've got to hand it to you, Lofty. You've done well. Very well.
Yes, I have, haven't I?
I don't suppose you'd like to buy a picture, would you?
Well, let me see. I don't pretend to know much about art, but I know what I like. Yes.
Well, what do you think?
I like it. In fact, it's good. It's damn good. I can almost feel those burnished leaves beneath my feet and those pale autumn rays against my skin. There's a great deal of feeling in this picture. It does something to you. It's scenes from your boyhood. I feel as though I want to stand there too. Where is it?
I don't know. I copied it off a chocolate box.
Oh, still it's masterful. Anyone who can do that shouldn't be going from door to door.
You mean you want to buy it?
Well, I can do better than that. I can introduce you to people. You know, a man in my position has a duty to help the struggling artist. Have another drink.
So this is what you do all day, Howard. This is what happens while I'm out. You entertain your drinking cronies to my best whiskey. Look at it, you've almost finished the bottle.
Trevor, you don't understand. Allow me to introduce...
I don't want to meet him. He looks shifty. Get him out of here.
One moment, sir. I'm sorry if I've offended you by unwittingly prevailing on your hospitality. Allow me to make some small recompense. Please, accept this £20 note, which should cover any loss on your part.
No, he doesn't want it.
Get him out of here.
What are you doing, Trevor?
Counting the silver.
Look, this is serious. You realise what you've just done, don't you? You've just insulted Seagrave Simpson.
Seagrave Simpson?
Yes, I thought that would surprise you. Well, I don't think I need dwell upon the enormity of what has just happened.
Who is Seagrave Simpson?
Who's Seagrave Simpson? Where have you been all these years, Trevor? Seagrave Simpson, the artist. Member of the Royal Academy and painted to Her Majesty.
Her Majesty?
I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe it. Never heard of Seagrave Simpson.
That's Seagrave Simpson. Yes, of course I have. I'm not that sort of Philistine, Howard. I just was surprised to meet him. What's he doing here?
Being insulted, Trevor.
Sorry, Howard.
I met him at the Royal Hotel and invited him back to authenticate a picture.
I didn't know you had a picture.
Well, I don't like to bring it out into a strong light. It might be too valuable. I was hoping that he could identify it as a genuine Simpson, but what's he going to say now?
Do you think he'd accept an apology?
I don't know. We can but try, Trevor. Oh, don't go, Seagrave.
What?
Trevor's got something to say to you.
Yes. Look,
Seagrave.
Seagrave. I didn't know who you were. I'd like to apologise for my bad temper. You see, I've been through considerable strain recently.
You don't need to tell Seagrave you've been through a considerable strain. He can see it in your face, Trevor. He's looking at you with the eyes of an artist.
What?
Aren't you, Seagrave?
Oh, yes. And I understand,
Trevor.
Trevor. Come, let us drink to friendship.
You must lead a very interesting life, Seagrave. Thank you.
Yes, I do.
Tell me, what's she really like?
Who?
The Queen.
The Queen?
Yes, have you painted her many times?
Oh, yes, many times.
Is she as regal as they say?
More so. But she is also a woman, Trevor, with a radiance I can't describe. And she dotes on me. In fact, you could say that although I am her subject, she is also mine.
Brilliantly put, Seagrave.
It's those damn corgis I can't stand.
Now, look, Seagrave.
They won't keep still for a moment.
As you're here, I wondered whether you'd mind authenticating this picture. Is it a genuine Simpson?
Let me see. Ah, yes. Note the distinctive brushwork, the clever use of light and shade. Hallmark of a genuine Simpson.
It looks familiar.
Do you like chocolate?
Of course it looks familiar. You feel as though you've been there. That's because it's so evocative. Well, congratulate me, Trevor. It must be worth a couple of thousand.
5.
Good Lord.
10 when I'm dead.
10,000? You can still get a full Granada for that. What are you doing in this area, Seagrave?
What am I doing?
He's just finished a large canvas at Windsor, and now he's taking a short break and doing a bit of sketching whilst he finds a new subject to paint.
Yes, I'm looking for a face full of character, one that will inspire me.
Why are you looking at Trevor like that, Seagrave?
What?
He's looking at you.
Is he?
You've seen something in his face, haven't you, Seagrave?
Yes.
Trevor. He wants to paint you.
What? That face has been lived in. It's been used by life. It's known joy and sorrow. I must get it down on canvas.
But, Seagrave, have you the time?
I have the time, and my paints and brushes are to hand. Shall we begin?
Yes, I know it's a great compliment, but, yeah, Howard, could I have a word? Howard, I know it's a great compliment, but how much is it going to cost?
Oh, we're not going to argue about money, are we, Trevor?
Yes.
He's going to make you famous.
I don't care.
In any case, he may not even offer it to you.
What?
He may want to exhibit it.
Exhibit it?
At the Royal Academy. It may be bought by a merchant banker as a hedge against inflation. You could end up in someone's dining room.
I don't think I like the idea of that. I mean, after all, it's my picture.
Well, of course, ethically, he should offer it to you first, in which case there may be a nominal charge.
How nominal?
Oh, say, 500.
500?
Well, money doesn't mean anything to him.
I'm not surprised.
Think of the prestige, Trevor. I mean, what are your friends going to say when they know you've been painted by Simpson?
I don't know.
They'll be green with envy.
Yes, I hadn't thought of that.
No, of course you hadn't. And you know why? You're too modest. I think that's what he saw in you, you know, your innate modesty. Now, look, why don't you go and freshen up? Run a comb through your hair, because what you look like now is what you're going to look like for the next 500 years.
500 years?
That works out at £1 a year, Trev.
I'll go and get changed.
Now, listen, softly. Let's talk business. Are you prepared to paint Trevor for 500?
500? I'd paint a house for that.
Yeah. Of course, I will expect a little commission.
How much?
250.
Done. After all, it won't take long. I should have it finished in half an hour.
No, wait a minute. Don't do it too quickly. Spread it out a bit and try and flatter him.
That's going to be difficult. He's got a funny face.
Well, he doesn't think he's got a funny face. He thinks he looks like the late Tyrone Power. So if you could get some sort of resemblance, we'll be in clover.
Have you seen... Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realise you had a visitor. I was looking for Trevor.
Oh, I'm afraid you can't see him at the moment, Laura. He's having his portrait painted.
Oh, how exciting.
Yes, isn't it?
Can I introduce you to Seagrave Simpson, the celebrated artist and member of the Royal Academy?
And painter to Her Majesty.
And painter to Her Majesty. Laura Myers.
It's a great pleasure. Would you like a drink? I'm just having one.
Not just at the moment, thank you. Are you going to paint Trevor?
Yes. I've seen something interesting in his face.
Oh, what's that?
I'm not sure.
He's going to capture Trevor's suffering, Laura.
Yes, that's it. Suffering. I'm very good on suffering. Just turn the mouth down. Easy.
Fascinating, isn't it? Hearing these insights from a master.
Yes. I'm sorry, you must forgive me, but I don't think I've ever seen any of your work.
Oh, haven't you? Thank you. Well then, cop this one. Autumn scene. Can't you just feel the burnished leaves against your skin and the pale sunshine under your feet?
Isn't that a constable?
Where?
Full marks! Full marks for spotting that, Laura. He intended it as a parody of Constable, but if you look very closely, you'll see that the trees are in a slightly different position. Shows a wonderful sense of humour.
And if you don't like that, I've got two little kittens playing with a ball of wool.
Don't you think you ought to start bearing your paint, Seagrave?
Right. Start mixing the old job.
Howard, isn't he rather eccentric?
Well, of course he's eccentric. All painters are eccentric.
He's staring at me.
What? If you don't stop that, I'm going to ram your brushes straight down your throat.
Hello, Laura. I'm just going to have my picture taken.
Yes, so I've heard. Do you mind if I watch?
No, not at all.
Trevor, isn't that my shirt?
Yes, Howard. I felt it needed something a bit distinctive. How would you like me to stand? I thought a sort of casual pose.
What's he doing? He looks like a teapot.
How would you like me to stand?
Well, fold your arms. Then I won't have to do your hands.
What sort of expression would you like?
Try something brooding.
That's it, brooding.
Howard, he's drunk.
Yes, of course he's drunk. All great painters drink. The more brilliant they are, the more they drink.
My God! I've been poisoned.
He must be a genius, Howard.
Oh, is it finished?
Yes.
What did Trevor think?
Well, he hasn't seen it yet. I sent him out to get some champagne.
Champagne?
Yes. I told him I always drink champagne after a picture.
Well, you won't this time. You won't bring champagne. It'll be sparkling wine. Could I see the picture?
Oh.
Good Lord.
Well, what do you think?
Who is it?
Trevor.
He doesn't look anything like him.
Well, it's not a photograph.
I can see it's not a photograph. This man's got strength of character and a firm jaw. Where's Trevor's mean little mouth and shifty eyes?
You told me to flatter him.
Yes, but not out of all recognition. This man could lead a cavalry charge. I think I've seen him before somewhere.
There you are. You see, you're beginning to recognize him.
Wait a minute. Yes, I have seen him before. He could lead a cavalry charge. It's the Duke of Wellington.
Is it?
Well, of course it is. You've left the medals off, but apart from that, it's him.
Sorry, Lofty. I've done the Duke of Wellington so often it's become a habit. Well, never mind. Trevor won't recognize him.
Of course he'll recognize him. It's his favourite picture.
Not after the champagne. Hear that?
No, he does that noise with his mouth.
I'm afraid I can only get sparkling wine. Have you seen it, Howard?
Yes, I have. Now, first of all, it's not a photograph. You see, what Seagrave has done is bring out the inner you, the Iron Man behind the velvet mask. If I walked into a room and saw that picture, I'd say, that's the real Trevor Mountjoy.
May I see it? Oh. Oh, well, he's... No, my hair's less dark. And my shoulders are broader. My nose is different. But that's me, all right.
What?
Yes, at first I thought I was looking at a stranger, and then I suddenly recognized him, and I rather liked him.
Of course you did. It's the face that you see in the mirror every day in unguarded moments. He's captured the real you, Trevor. Congratulations, Seagrave. It's a superb piece of work.
Yes, I can't explain it, but it gives me a sort of pleasant feeling. I think I'm going to be able to sit for hours and look at that picture. Thank you, Seagrave. Would you like a cheque, or would you prefer notes?
No, he'll take a cheque.
Howard, I've been framed.
What? Who told you? Who told you?
The picture, the gold leaf. Don't you think it sets the picture off?
Oh, yes. Oh, you must be very proud, Trevor. It's not every man who owns his own Simpson. I only wish you'd seen something in my face.
Well, never mind, Howard. We can't all catch the eye of the artist. I can't wait to let Bostock and Smith see it.
Who are they?
Members of the golf club. Bostock's always looked down on me since he discovered I hadn't got a video. And this should certainly stop Smith going on about his sauna.
You've invited them back to see it, have you, Trevor?
No, they're just coming in for a drink on Thursday evening.
Oh, I see. Well, look, a word of warning. Don't go showing it off. That sort of thing attracts a lot of envy.
Oh, don't worry, Howard. I'll remember. I'm going over to get Laura. I can't wait to hear what she thinks of it.
Laura? No, don't bother. I was just going over there. I'll ask her to come over and have a look. You stay here. Get to know each other. Laura! Oh, sorry, Laura. I didn't mean to disturb you. I didn't realize that you were... No, don't move. Oh, it's at times like this that I curse myself that I'm not a painter. I'd love to get you down on the canvas, Laura. Capture those eyes, that hair, that radiance.
What do you want, Howard?
Oh, well, nothing important. I see you can't come as you are. I'll tell Trevor that you'll see it later.
See what?
The painting.
Oh, is it finished? What's it like? I'm dying to see it.
Well, a word of warning, Laura. It's not a photograph. You may not see the likeness straight away. It's the artist's impression of Trevor that we don't see every day, if at all. So we must be careful not to hurt Trevor's feelings.
How can we hurt his feelings?
Well, we don't want to say that it looks like the Duke of Wellington, do we?
What? Does it?
Does it what?
Look like the Duke of Wellington?
No. Well, only superficially.
Oh, I thought Seagrave was a famous painter.
Oh, he is. In his brushwork and his colours, he's without equal.
Oh, that's a relief.
Why?
He's painting me this morning.
What?
You seem surprised, Howard.
Are you sure, Laura? He can be terribly expensive.
No, he's doing it for nothing. He said I could have this one on the house. Isn't that sweet?
The rat.
You don't seem very pleased, Howard. Don't you want him to capture my eyes, my hair, my radiance?
Well, yes, of course, but he's not going to paint you like that, is he?
Oh, good heavens, no.
Oh, good. For a moment, I thought...
I'm taking it off.
What? Do you mean to say he's going to paint you in the...
Nude. Seagrave wants to bring out the sensual side of my nature.
But, Laura, you can't. Don't you understand? I love you. You can't show him your sensual side. You haven't shown it to me yet.
Howard, we are talking about art. Not sex. Seagrave wants to cut through convention and get down to the bare essentials. After all, the human body's nothing to be ashamed of, is it?
Well, no.
And I'm certainly not ashamed of mine.
Then why haven't I seen it?
You will, when it's exhibited.
Exhibited? But what will people say?
Oh, don't worry. I'll just be the anonymous model. He's going to call it reclining nude.
Oh, no, not reclining. What about nude behind ferns, or nude through gauze, but not reclining? I'm going to have a word with him.
He's upstairs.
What?
In the study. He says the light's better up there. But don't stay too long. I've got to disrobe, and I don't want you to see me.
Oh, what about him?
He's a painter, Howard.
What do you think you're doing?
I'm painting Laura, Mrs. Miles.
In the nude?
What? I didn't know anything about that. Well, I hope my hand keeps steady.
But you can't do it.
I can have a damn good try. And I've got you to thank, Lofty. I mean, I never thought I could be a real painter, but you gave me confidence. I can feel the power surging through my veins and into my brushes.
My God, I've created a monster.
You wanted me to go straight?
But you're not going straight, you little crook. You still haven't paid me my commission.
I'll settle with you once I've done this.
But I'm not going to let you do it.
You can't stop me.
Oh, yes, I can. I can snap your brushes, like this.
That won't stop me. I'll paint it with my fingers.
I'll snap your fingers.
You can't. She's coming.
Ah. You can't do it, Laura. He's not a real painter. He's a fraud.
That's all I wanted to know, Howard.
But, Laura, you're dressed.
Well, you didn't really think I was going through with it, did you? I knew the whole thing was a fraud.
I'm sorry I wasn't
Hello, Trevor. How are you?
Very well, George, thank you. And you?
Never better. I've just been telling Bostock here. I've never looked back since we had the sauna. How's Mary?
Fine.
Still away?
Yes, at my mother's. Shingles.
Oh. Pity she didn't have a sauna. Never get shingles with a sauna, you know. Not with the hot steam, the cold shower, and the beating with birch twigs.
Sounds fun.
There's a program on it tonight.
What, sauna?
No, shingles. I'm recording it on the video. That's the joy with the video. I can be here and yet still see it. Oh, it's a wonderful machine. Freeze frame, slow motion.
Don't think I fancy watching shingles in slow motion. What do you say, Trevor?
No, I hardly ever watch television. I prefer my pictures on the wall.
Really?
Yes, that's why I've never bothered with a video or a sauna. If I have any spare cash to invest, I like to put it into art. I mean, take this one, for instance. That's a genuine Simpson.
Is it?
What do you think?
Yes, well, I've never seen that one of him before.
No, he's usually in uniform.
Who is?
The Duke of Wellington. Should we have the top up, old man?
Howard? Could I have a word?
Certainly, Trevor.
Excuse me, Laura.
Excuse me, Laura.
Oh!
Howard! What a wonderful likeness.